Well, Secret Service has one more thing they need to worry about at Trump rallies, as if they needed anything else. That's what we're going to talk about today as we look at a video that shows a mysterious object being thrown at Trump at one of his own rallies, and we're going to talk about what that item actually could be. What are the implications from it? What exactly did it mean? Why did this person do that? And we're also going to talk about Secret Service's response to this object being thrown at Trump. This is like a new potential tactic here that I want to talk about that is pretty concerning for Trump and his team, especially going into the next couple days, because he's going to be hitting the campaign trail hard, just like he's done the past 8 years or so. So anyways, we're going to look at that, but I want to hear from y'all because y'all are eagle eyes with stuff like this. What do you think the object was? Why do you think the guy threw it at Trump the way he did? Let me know what you think down below. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So let's take a look at this video. This is clearly from the rally, the end of the rally, and Trump is walking off. He's waving to everybody. And this guy just leisurely throws an object out in front of Trump. Doesn't throw it at him, right? But throws it in his walkway. Seems fairly harmless, right? Well, what is the object, first of all? I heard people say, oh, it looks like a folded up hat. If you take a still from the moment he lets it go of his hand, it looks all white. It kind of does look like that, to be honest with you. But I think it's just the reflection. As we see it bounce across the carpet right there or whatever, to me it clearly looks like a phone. Maybe it's one of those folding phones or the flips or whatever the heck they are. But it does clearly look like a phone. You can kind of see the thing on the back that allows you to, it's either a magnetized thing or it allows you to, hold the phone easier. The bigger phones, have those. You can put them on there, whatever. Anyways, it looks like a cell phone to me. What is the significance of this, regardless of the object? And by the way, this is not the first time Trump has had something thrown his way, either while he's on stage or he's in the motorcade. And so while it's not the first time, it is the first time since 2 attempted assassinations have been plotted out, and one almost was very successful against Trump. So that, of course, is a major concern. Now, we all know what Israel did to Hezbollah with their pagers or their cell phones. There was 5,000 of these things that were ordered from Taiwan, and you guys seen the video. Of course, I can't show it here. They're easy to find, right? It was an incredible planning and all of that kind of stuff. But we saw just how potentially lethal a cell phone and a plan can be. That is the sole concern here. What if there was something planted inside of that cell phone? And it makes me even more concerned because he threw it in the path of Trump. He didn't throw it at him. It wasn't like he was trying to, hit him in the head with the cell phone or whatever or anything like that. He was throwing it in his direct path. Now you see Trump kind of looks unbothered by this. Now it's the same guy that got shot, and well, you know what happened. Now another possibility, right? It could have not been a nefarious thing. Maybe the guy was just trying to get a picture. Maybe he was trying to get a selfie with Trump. Maybe he thought Trump would just pick this thing up and take a selfie with him, right? Maybe that was part of the detonation. Who knows if it was that, right? I'm not one to sit here and jump to conclusions. But again, there's been 2 attempts that we know of on Trump in the past few months. Nothing kind of seems out of play now. So what is Secret Service going to do now? Do you say, okay, anywhere where Trump walks, you have some kind of chain link or, not cages, but that kind of like cage material, right, that won't allow you to slip anything through there. You still have a potential of people throwing stuff from the crowd, right? Everybody in these rallies is carrying a cell phone. What makes you think that some of the people that we know are here, that are here primarily to take out Trump from Iran, what makes you think that they don't use that in reverse, right, on President Trump? They get somebody or a group of people in there that have cell phones, that have these internal devices that go off. They all chunk them at the stage, and boom, there you go. Nobody ever sees that coming, right? Maybe they say at this point, hey, we know we're not going to be able to get any kind of guns close to the president. We're not going to be able to get any kind of vantage point because now they got bulletproof glass, and now they are really taking extra precautions to keep those line of sights safe for Trump, essentially. Well, nobody thinks about your cell phone. Now, I know that they have dogs that are kind of sniffing out these types of materials, but that doesn't mean that they can't slip stuff through. You know that, and I know that. People do this every single year, still at airports, right? Whether unknowingly or knowingly, how many thousands of guns are stopped at TSA checkpoints now, right? So it doesn't mean that people will not try to get a device like this into a Trump rally. And this is something I think the Secret Service should take very seriously, not only just leading up to the election, but afterwards as well. So that is a big concern. And speaking of the Secret Service, how was their reaction time? Well, the one guy, he took like 0.01 seconds to kick that thing through the uprights, just like Ray Finkel, assuming that the laces were out.
And it's wide. Oh, no, it's no good. Ray Finkel blew a 26-yard field goal. He found Captain Winky.
Pretty incredible, actually. So he reacted swiftly. Now, what I didn't understand is there was 2 other agents that I saw, and they didn't do anything. They were just kind of there. They just kind of watched it happen, and they're like, oh, okay, Now, Trump, I expect that reaction from, right? Because he's very unfazed by stuff like this. But Secret Service, I would expect them all to react like our kicker here, right? I would expect them all to do something. I would expect somebody to grab the guy out of the crowd, at least get him to the ground. Hey, what are you doing? Don't you watch the news? Don't you understand what's happened the past few months? Something. I don't even think the guy was questioned. Hell, I don't see a single video or article about this anywhere. I'm not quite sure what happened with the guy. Maybe something will come out here in the next day or two if somebody actually picks up on this story. But I tell you what, I think it was actually concerning, and I think the Secret Service guy that kicked it did an incredible job. I think we saw a very lackluster response from the other 2 guys. Now, of course, unless we get another camera angle that shows the entire thing play out, maybe they did question him. But from what I've seen, those other 2 just kind of stood there. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he kicked it out of the way. I think we're good to go. We never seen any kind of questioning or anything like that. That's just what I see right now, though. So overall, I think the one Secret Service agent, thankfully, did a really good job of getting that away from Trump as quickly as he possibly could. All in all, another concern that the Secret Service really needs to take seriously, because these are things that we all have on us at a rally. Anywhere we go, we all have cell phones and electronic devices, and this could be a dry run for a potential plot in the future. I hope not, but you guys know that people are still aiming for Trump, and if somebody could get to him before the election, there's people out there that would absolutely love to pull that off. And I think cell phones need to be something that's considered whenever you go to one of these Trump rallies to keep everybody safe. So not sure how they would actually do that, but maybe some other potential scanning device where you run your phone, through the scanner or whatever, and it picks up on any irregularities that may be inside the phone. There's got to be something out there. There's probably already something out there for just that scenario. So that's what I think. Was this guy throwing the phone in the way of Trump to potentially pull off some kind of dry run here for a future plot, or was the guy just trying to get maybe a selfie with Trump, a picture of Trump? Either way, let me know what you think about it down below. Let me know what you think the object was too. Big thanks to you guys. See you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.